Hey, Ole Miss students, my name is Billy Rainey, and I'm the Associate Director of the Ole Miss Wesley Foundation, and I'm also a member of OU. And if you're going through a tough time right now making decisions about which classes to take or perhaps even which major to select, then I want to share a little bit of my own struggle with that when I was in undergrad with you. Well, I was pretty infamous during my time at college for switching my major a lot. I think I switched about 5 or 6 times when all was said and done, and I came up at a point halfway through my junior year where I recognized that the major that I was in was not going to open up any doors that I'd be willing to walk through once I got out of undergrad. So I had to make the tough decision of whether or not I was going to switch my major again, take on a 5th year of college, and then, go into a major that I really didn't know that much about, the Integrated Marketing Communications program. I just knew that I enjoyed communicating with people and that I wanted to grow practical skill sets that would help me become a better communicator. So it was a big risk, but I thought about it, had some good conversations, prayed about it, and I pulled the trigger. I switched my major, took on that 5th year, and you know what? It was the best decision I ever made in college because I grew to love the art of marketing communications. I grew to love learning how to create specific messages that reach specific people with power in manners that actually reach their hearts and their minds and impact their actions. It opened up so many doors and opportunities for me to make that switch, to make that tough decision, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. But here's the moral of that story. As you recall from the beginning of this video, I'm in campus ministry now. I'm not in marketing. So you might think that my undergraduate time, that 5th year, went to a waste. But here's the thing, it did not. Because being a part of the marketing and communications program at Ole Miss developed me into a better person, both personally and vocationally. And it taught me skill sets that I use to this day in my current job as I seek to reach the campus of Ole Miss with messages about what is going on in the Ole Miss Wesley Foundation and why they should be a part of it. So I want you to know this as you are making these decisions about your major and about your classes. Don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself thinking that the decisions you make are going to put you in a box for the rest of your life. Don't worry that you're going to make a decision that goes to waste one day if you decide to go to graduate school in a different direction or take a different career goal. Because as long as you seek to try your hardest and as long as you seek to be faithful to God in whatever you do, He will take your experiences to inform the person that you are becoming and to grow you into a more faithful version, a better version of yourself down the road. Because you are at Ole Miss not to just fulfill a to-do list, but you're at Ole Miss to figure out who it is you are to be. So be at peace knowing that. Think hard, have good conversations, try your best, but don't fret. You're going to have a great future ahead of you. You can make changes down the road, but your time at Ole Miss will not go to waste. So enjoy it. If you need any help figuring out anything in your life regarding to your Ole Miss experience, know that I'm at OU on Sundays, and I'd be glad to talk about that with you. Until then, peace be with you, and hotty toddy.